Megan O'Leary here at the UFC 136 Open Workouts. I'm with Ken Florian, and who's now an honorary member of the Houston Dynamo.
They recruited me. You know, what can I say? I won the competition against Aldo, and they see talent. They know talent when they see it, and I don't even know if I'm going to play. I don't even know if I'm going to fight this weekend. I may just go right into the game tomorrow, so I'm just going to play.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I can see that. You juggled the ball.
I got to help out the team. You know, it's about the team, and what can you do?
There's no I in team. Way to go, Kenny. I have to say, you do look a little healthier than when I saw you in Vancouver during that weight cut. How is your weight right now? I'm sure everyone's asked you that.
Yeah, no, it's way better. You know, that last weight cut was brutal. You know, I was coming down from a little past 180. And, you know, coming off a knee injury, it was good timing and bad timing. Obviously, for the weight cut, it was bad timing. But it was good for me because it really took me to a new level mentally, physically, and I feel great now. You know, I'm walking around about 168, 170, and this was a much easier weight cut, and I'm much further along than when I was last time. I feel better. My training camp was much better just because I had energy throughout the camp, so it was good.
Coming off that knee injury, do you think that was sort of a mental thing for you? You know, thinking, oh, am I going to re-injure my knee? And was this camp easier because you knew you went through a fight with it already?
Yeah, that too. You know, not to mention 9 months. It was like 8 or 9 months. You know, between fights. That's a long time to be away from the cage for me. I like to be pretty active, so that was tough. My knee still, you know, wasn't 100%. I got to say, and so it's. Yeah, there were a bunch of things, but the weight cut more than anything else was the most brutal thing I've ever done in my life. You know, that was very difficult.
You made the cut to fight Jose Aldo. That's what you said you wanted to do. And now, after just one fight before this, you are fighting Jose. Did you expect this opportunity to come so soon in your featherweight career?
I wasn't sure. You know, I wanted to fight a top contender at featherweight. That was my goal. Put myself in a position to fight for the belt, whether it was 1 or 2 fights. And, you know, timing worked out well for me, and here we are.
Jose had one of the toughest fights we've seen him go through when he faced Mark Hominick up in Toronto. What did you take away from that fight?
You know, everyone says that. You know, everyone says it was a tough fight, but the reality is he dominated 21 minutes of the 25 minutes, you know. So, yeah, you know, he struggled a little bit in that last round. Hard to read into that, though. Was it the infection that he had? Was it the antibiotics? Was it the weight cut? You know, I don't know, you know, and I don't even want to know. Those are things I can't control. What I'm expecting is a strong Aldo for 25 minutes, a well-conditioned athlete who's always dangerous. That's what we've seen in his fights. He went a solid 25 minutes against Uriah Faber, you know, so I know that, you know, that I better be ready for that. That's what I trained for, and that's what I'm expecting.
Talk to me a little bit about your training camp for this fight. I know you're in New York, you're in Toronto, and your training partners and how you prepared for Jose.
Yeah, Montreal. Yeah, I was in Boston, Montreal, and New York, and it was just a phenomenal camp. You know, the huge benefit of going up to Montreal and TriStars, they have so many training partners that I can deal with. You know, if I'm fighting a wrestler, no problem. We got wrestlers, we got boxers, we got Muay Thai guys, and I had world-class Muay Thai guys to work with. I had a world-class guy to work with, thanks to my management group, Authentic. For my last fight against Nunes, had Cosmo Alexander, you know, the best Brazilian Muay Thai fighter of all time, one of the most successful foreigners to ever fight in Thailand. He helped me for my last fight, learned a tremendous amount. Had some great, you know, training partners up in Montreal that came specifically for me to Boston and up in Montreal to help me prepare fast Muay Thai fighters with this very similar style to Jose Aldo that helped me get ready, and very thankful for that. And just all my coaches, you know, my coach Peter Welch in Boston brought really fast and speedy professional boxers up for me to train with. So it was just a great camp overall, the best camp of my life. Everyone loves to say that, but that was true. And every training camp, you know, the best thing about it is my workload capacity gets bigger and better every single time, and I'm training all the time now, you know.
We saw you in Brazil. Did that affect your training camp at all? And did you come out of Brazil with a new respect for the Brazilian fans, because they absolutely love MMA?
Man, Brazil is really where I dedicated my life to martial arts. You know, I've been going there since 1999. I've been there over a dozen times. I lived there for almost 6 months. So I have a deep respect for Brazil. It's one of my favorite cities in the world, Rio de Janeiro, and going back there was amazing. It was like almost like going back home, and I loved it there. The fans were amazing, very respectful, and I know they'll be cheering against me in this fight, but I still love them, and it's awesome to see the sport grow like it has. Being there, I still was training 2 or 3 times a day when I was there. And it probably affected me a little bit because I actually ended up getting sick. I ate some bad food or whatever, and got sick, miserable on the plane ride back, and I ended up feeling it during the broadcast of the event. I was actually getting sweats, and it was bad. It was bad, but made it through, and I'm good now.
All right, well, we're glad you recovered from that, Kenny. Geez, we had no idea of that. And good luck this Saturday against your fight. Co-main event this Saturday, UFC 136. You can watch Ken Flo versus Jose Aldo.